What's up, everyone? We are back doing a quick video talking about a piece of news that was very exciting to me because of how much I hate this idea. And of course, we are talking about Mandalorian Season 2 kind of confirming, kind of announcing that Tamira Morrison, who played Jango Fett, who was the base of the clones, is going to be playing Boba Fett in Mandalorian Season 2. I mean, I probably could have waited to put this in a news piece for Geek Wave, but I really wanted to talk about it because I really don't like this idea. And a lot of it has to come down to my thoughts on Boba Fett. I really hate Boba Fett. I think he's a weak character who is a cool action figure and has never done anything of importance in canon. And in all the expanded universe and Legends stuff, he's become like a parody or a joke of himself with the amount of stuff they made him do, with the amount of story they put him through. And the character is pretty much just meaningless and has lost all importance as a character. That's why he's stayed dead since Return of the Jedi. If he mattered in the slightest, we probably would have thrown him in there in like a Rise of Skywalker or something. The character sucks. Boba Fett is not an interesting character or a compelling lead. That is why we made The Mandalorian. That is why we made a completely new character instead of using Boba Fett in that same story, because Boba Fett could work in that story perfectly, but because the guy has just become a joke and an uninteresting character that everyone keeps trying to make important and prominent, we just throw him in here. Look, the Mandalorian himself is already, after 8 episodes, a way more well-rounded character than Boba Fett has ever been. We have tried so hard in canon to make good Boba Fett stories. We did all the stuff in the Clone Wars, building him up there, Attack of the Clones. We tried to give him a backstory, and none of it's really stuck. Say what you will about his backstory, it's either good or it's bad. I, for one, think it's just okay. Then which book was it where we kind of referenced that he survived the Sarlacc pit? Who cares? The character looks cool. He's got a great design. He looks good on a shelf when you're playing with your action figures. He's got a very expensive vintage toy. Everything else with him, what's the point? There's really no point to doing this. I understand you're going to get more people talking and excited about Mandalorian Season 2, but you already took the Boba Fett character and you made him good with Mandalorian. You took everything that people wanted with a Boba Fett and you already stuck it in the character of the Mandalorian. All of that could have been Boba Fett, but you made it a better character. Boba Fett wishes he was as cool as the Mandalorian. But he never will be. He's just that kind of lame character who never will get his say right because everyone thinks he's better than what he is. He's just that character that's so popular and liked, even though he's done nothing. He's hardly in Empire Strikes Back. He just, tracks Han Solo because he's a little bit smart. Then in Return of the Jedi, he gets his jetpack malfunction and falls into the Sarlacc pit. That's all he's done. Then we try to make him related to Jango Fett and do a weird clone thing with him. Whatever. Then in the Clone Wars, he becomes like a weird bounty hunter, baby boy, whatever. You wanted to tell a real good Boba Fett story? It's been told on The Mandalorian. I'm sorry, but I'm excited for Tamira Morrison getting a chance to do this. I think he's a great actor. I love seeing him come back to the Star Wars property, but this is not the way to do it. There are rumors connected to that he's going to be playing Captain Rex too, which is way more exciting for me. Because Captain Rex is a way more interesting character than Boba Fett too. He is. He really is. He is the clone that kind of realized what was going on and he ran away and he freed himself and became independent. And there's a way more compelling story than a spoiled little nerdy kid who wants to avenge his father and becomes a quote-unquote Mandalorian wearing guy, and he's not even related to the Mandalorians. I really don't think Boba Fett is worth talking about. He's not a compelling character, and we need to quit trying to make him happen. He's not going to happen. You already have everyone convinced he's cool, but he's really not. So, do we need to put him in The Mandalorian here? It feels like the wrong kind of fan service. And this show, whether you feel about it in a strong way or an unstrong way, which would be a weak way or a non-positive way, it's got some good fan service. It knows how to play its audience that way. But these rumors we're hearing, Ahsoka Tano, Boba Fett, Captain Rex, that's not what I want to see in The Mandalorian. You can do another show for that, and I think it'd work just the same. But we're talking about the Mandalorian. He's the title character. Just stop trying to put other characters that could rival his success in there just because you want to spin them off into their own show. Ahsoka can hold her own show. You want to do a Boba Fett thing? Give him his own show. Get Tamira Morrison to do it too. You don't need him in the Mandalorian. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Boba Fett sucks. He's not a cool character. We gotta stop trying to make Boba Fett happen because he's not worth it. We made him happen, and it's called The Mandalorian. He's called The Mandalorian. Tsunami Studios.